to ask you a question right here, right now. You already know the answer. Just close your eyes and think about it in your mind. What is the answer to the question I'm about to ask you? Are you ready for this? Question. Who is your hair loss daddy? I am. That's the answer. I am. I am here for you. I am your manly mentor that you need in your life. So many of you did not have a positive male role model growing up. You didn't know what it was like to have a man in the house that was there to encourage you and build you up and teach you life lessons, such as your hair doesn't matter, the rest of you does. Let's check out whatever comment and see if I can use that, what I just said, for that cold open in this video. Okay, let's see if I can make this coexist. Here we go. I made a video with one of my uncles who's in his 60s and has zero hair loss. If you want to look it up on my channel, it's called Mother's Father Determines Hair Loss. I disproved this theory. I received a comment from Raymond Dysis, 21. Here's this comment, quote, "Believe it or not, I had a full head of hair the moment I was born. Right before I reached the age of 1. I have baby photos to prove it. I'm now the age of 28, which is 10 years younger than me, and I'm between a Norwood 6 to 7. Let's get a visual. So he's saying that he's 10 years younger than me, but yet he's somewhere in this area. And that is what we call aggressive hair loss. That's the guy who, had he got a hair transplant when he was 21, it wouldn't have really done any good because he's gone aggressively bald. All right, my grandpa, the father of my mother, had thick hair before he passed away and in polar opposite of mine. I don't think there's a formula when it comes to this issue, question mark. We can't really do anything about it. We just have to deal with it. But yes, it's an interesting topic. So, and I responded, I said, thank you for your response. I said, so just to be sure, you didn't have a full head of hair anymore by the time you turn 1. So that's what we're understanding here. This comment completely backs up what I've been saying for all these years. And here it is. I don't care how much hair you had when you were born. I don't care how much hair you had when you were 6 months old. I don't care how much hair you had when you were 11 and a half months old. I only care about one thing. 1 year old. 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 That's all I care about. How much hair you had on your first birthday. And those photos exist because your mother loves you. She made sure to get your picture taken when you turned 1 year old, your first birthday. She took pictures of you, multiple pictures of you on your first birthday. That is the only thing I care about in conjunction with predicting if you're going to go bald or not. Because some babies are born with a full head of hair. Others are born completely bald. But by the first birthday, that's when we have an idea of what their hair is going to look like at age 35 if they're a male. I'm not talking about females. I'm talking about men. I'm talking about males. I created this theory. No one ever thought about this until I said it. I was the first. I've been saying it for years. I've proved it. I've shown people I'm 38 now, but when I was 35, I made a video or 2 or 3. You can look it up on my channel of me having just turned 35, comparing it to a photo of me at age 1, and you can see that my hair line was the same. It was the same. So for anyone who has wanted, I don't care what your hair looked like when you were born. It doesn't matter at all. But things line up. Your first birthday, that's often a projection of your hair at age 35. I will tell you how I came up with this. It's because of my mom, actually. I was born in 81. My sister was born in 84. My mom knew back then, way before the internet ever was a thing, someone told her that regarding a child's height, you can double it at age 2 to find out how tall they will be when they're an adult. So, 1983, a very special year. I was 2 years old. So many great things in pop culture in 1983. I actually have memories of it, even though it was only 2. That's when my memory started. Amazing year. So many things happened in 1983. So many good movies and songs and that sort of thing. Even the first season of Stranger Things. It's not a coincidence they chose 1983 to be the year for that movie. So my mom measured me, my height, when I was on my second birthday, and she doubled that. You better believe, when she doubled it, how tall it said I would be as a full-grown adult. 69 inches tall, 5'9". She always knew that I'd be 5'9". She did the same thing for my sister. To the inch it came out, double the inches. That's how tall my sister ended up being. So I thought, no, is that just a weird magical thing? No, because at certain points, ratio-wise, for a child or a baby or whatever, they can be a smaller amount of what they're going to be at a later age. And so when I realized, hey, this isn't a coincidence, this thing about height. Like, you can actually predict someone's full-grown height if you know exactly how many inches tall they were on their second birthday. So that's when I thought, well, surely there's a thing with hair loss I bet I could figure out. And I did. I figured it out. I had already knew the thing about age 35 being the age either you're going to know if you're aggressively balding or not. You can't tell that when you're 20 or 25 or even 30. 35 is the age. So I thought, was there a year if we go back far enough? And that's when I looked at my 1-year-old photo. And at the time, I think I was 34, but I realized this is how I'm going to be at 35. And sure enough, I proved it. So, and if you're wondering about the height thing, you probably just learned something new. But it's funny because I've done that with both of my kids. My son is projected to be 5'8", and my daughter is projected to be 5'6.5". So, and it makes sense based on everything we see. Like, that's we're all. And it's funny because my wife's 5'6", so 5'9", my wife 5'6". Our daughter's going to be a little bit taller than her, and then my son's going to be a little bit shorter than me. So when we're all adults, we'll all be just kind of be fairly the same height. So I think that's very interesting, very fascinating. So yes, if you want to, project your hair loss situation at age 35, don't look at your baby photo. Don't look at your photo when you're 2, not even 11 months. All that matters, your first birthday. No one can tell me that they don't have a photo of themselves, that they can't call their mom right now or send a message on Facebook Messenger and say, hey mom, can you send me a photo of myself on my first birthday? Your mom has that. It exists. Somebody in your family has it. It exists. Don't tell me it doesn't exist. That's the only thing that matters. There you go. Your IQ has been raised. I'm glad you're here. You need me in your life. And I'm glad you're here. I already said that. Comments right here.